Hello, my name is Paul Graham. My age, I played the fifth on that. Um, I'm English, born and bred in Preston, Lancashire, which is in England. I have a valid passport, which has still got quite a few years left on it, so there won't be any difficulty travelling towards the USA. So that's not a problem for me. In terms of rating, I don't really play much now. I'm a coach and have been for 11, 12, 13 years. I was Table Tennis England's Northwest England Coach of the Year in 2023, and I've coached players from all ages, 7 and upwards into their 80s, and also from absolute beginners through to national champions. And coached at WTT events, Women's British Senior League, Junior British League. I've got a lot of experience coaching now. When I did play, I played in represented Preston in the Northwest um, Town Team League competition where leagues that played in different areas would compete against each other. So I'm certainly more than 1600 standard, but was never anything brilliant in terms of playing. Coaching is where my strength lies these days. In terms of most memorable experience, not the most pleasant experience, but it would be my daughter being born sleeping. 9 months, 9 days, so she was actually overdue, and we had no idea walking into that hospital what was going to happen. It was a complete shock, and it was only really because I kept a diary for the 2 weeks until she was buried that I was able to cope and come to terms with it, because it made me very, very introspective. I didn't like being around children because obviously I'd just lost my own daughter, and I'd see people smoking, and I'd see people wasting the opportunities, and it's I had to get into coaching to get out of it. I had to put myself in a situation where I was facing the demons, having to coach children, having to help people and listen to the problems and try and make them better. It taught me an awful lot. My daughter never had a chance to make friends. She never had a chance to experience life and to leave her mark. So yeah, it taught me make the most of your opportunities. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is not trying. Failure isn't trying and not succeeding. As long as you learn, as long as you take something from it. So yeah, that's not a pleasant experience, but it's the most memorable and it's had the biggest impact on me. I'm not perfect by far, and I still make a lot of mistakes, but yeah, it's one of the reasons I'm applying for this. Step out your comfort zone. Push yourself. Try and be the best you can be. Okay. Um, how would my friends describe me? um, Trustworthy, uh, kind, thoughtful, very analytical, and that certainly comes across in my coaching and the way I play table tennis. It's one of my strengths. It's very good at seeing people's strengths and weaknesses, the flaws in the technique, how to help them very quickly, and how to exploit those flaws in match play. So definitely that. Probably a little bit pedantic. Yeah, definitely. Very logical. Um, and I hope loving as well. Family's very important. I've lost most of mine now, but you don't really appreciate them until they're gone. So, very much family orientated with my girlfriend and her children now. And a wicked sense of humour. Won't go any further into that. Some might say warped, but yeah. How would my enemies describe me? Yeah, I don't think you're making an R-rated film, so I might not be really able to explain that to you. But dogged, opinionated, stubborn. If you get into an argument or a fight with me, you better have some pretty good logic and be determined to go all the way, because I will. Um, it's all or nothing. Not always, but yeah, that's probably how they would describe me most. Opinionated, certainly. I hope not to the extent that it's bad, but you'd have to ask them that. Most memorable game for me, playing wise, losing the semi-final of the Preston Division 1 Championships, but not for good reasons. I got to the venue late at night. I was very tired. Got through my group undefeated. Got to the through the quarter-final. Got to the semi-final, and for some reason, I knew I could win that final, but I just didn't put the effort in the semi-final. I think it was easier to give in and to blame being tired than to actually fight for the damn thing. So that's the most memorable one. In terms of coaching, it would be probably coaching a player I'd coached for quite a few years to become national champion, cadet go champion. Against the odds a little bit, she played absolutely brilliantly. So focused, absolutely amazing the way she played. So chuffed with her, and it stuck it to a few people who made it awkward for her. So yeah, probably not best thing to say, but that was a very proud moment. And also taking two juniors to the WTT Youth Contender in Sweden, where it was the height of COVID and there's an awful lot of pressure to pass the COVID test before flying, pass the COVID test when you fly, when you landed. If you didn't pass that test, you were out of the tournament. Thousands of pounds wasted, real pressure. And they delivered as well, they played well. And to get them back safely. That was the first time I've been to one of those events. Awful lot of pressure, but very, very, very memorable. I'm very chuffed with the way I got through that one. Most annoying player, me, myself. Anybody that plays table tennis to a high standard can play the shots. It's whether you can control that and you can control the emotions. If you can't do that, no matter how good you are, you're going to lose. And no matter what the other person at the other side of the table does, you're going to lose. By far the hardest player to play is yourself. You can't doubt yourself. You have to be clear in what you're going to do. And you have to go out there and be able to execute it. Focus, execute. So yeah, definitely the hardest player is yourself. People call table tennis chess with the ball, and they're spot on. Okay, thank you for your time. It's great that you're making the film, irrespective of what decision you make about me. It's fantastic that somebody's actually trying to promote table tennis. I've done it through being Pathfinder Pro. If you search it up on YouTube, you'll find videos I've made. But I wish you all the success with your role. And it's going to be difficult because table tennis today is nothing like table tennis when Marty Reisman was played. So you're always going to be criticised. Oh, that's not how they play proper table tennis. But it might well be when they played it with Marty's time. Good luck. Bye bye.